check out this intro. So, yesterday, pretty decent day. I feel like this morning when I woke up, I was feeling a little bit better. Obviously, it's not as if the situation changed, which I find to be interesting. But overall, things seem to be, I don't want to say improving, I don't want to jump the gun. So, they're not as bad as they were yesterday, let's say. So, promises made, promises kept. Pretty fun day today. It's a Saturday. It's actually turned out pretty nice, so I'm contemplating a hike up Mount Gardner. I have quite a bit of cleaning to do. This dog sheds like nobody's business. So I'm gonna hopefully clean the house a little bit and get ready for a hockey game. I'm pretty sure the Canadians are playing at 4. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do for that, but hopefully I make something a little bit nicer than ramen this afternoon. So yesterday, quick recap. I said I would do a bunch of things. One of them being getting some books. So the first book that I got that I started reading was this one. Captain Cook, the Seaman's Seaman, which is kind of funny. But I picked up this book because I was like, all right, I know of Captain Cook, right? He's the guy that sailed like around the world, went all the way to Hawaii. But you kind of got to be a pretty badass dude to do that. And I felt like this book might be able to teach me something on sort of dedication, skill, time, and that sort of thing. So, first one by Alan Villiers, Captain Cook, the Seaman's Seaman. Second one I got, I don't know if you can see this, but it's the Andre Agassi book, Open. Why this book? I'm not exactly sure. I remember watching like a 60 Minutes video, or like episode I guess, back when I was a kid when this book came out. And I remember asking my parents, I was like, who is that guy? And they're like, oh my god, he was like the greatest tennis player. But then gave it up because his mind wasn't in it, or his mind wasn't right, or something like that. So, seeing as that kind of related to my situation, I figured this would be a good book to potentially read. I'm only going to go one at a time, so yeah, the Andre Agassi book is going to have to wait. So that's Andre Agassi Open. I don't know if you can see that. And last, pretty ironically, is this pretty nice hardcover book of Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. I really don't know much about Les Miserables. I am miserable, so I felt like it was somewhat poetic. That's not true. So I think like the reason that I got this one was because it was like a system against a guy, or at least that's my understanding of it. I don't know if that's actually what happens, but I thought it was a really good idea to sort of take that and kind of learn a thing or two about like responding to systems that are almost outside of your control. Bit glossy, I'll be honest, but it's okay. So anyways, we have these 3 books. I'm starting to read the Captain Cook one because it's the shortest. So that's yesterday. I also made a list of 10 cities here. These are 10 cities that I could see myself living in. So why don't I read them out first? So number 1, obviously Montreal. I'd love to move to Montreal. I actually got a rejection letter this morning from a job that I applied for in Montreal, in appraisal, oddly enough. So it's almost like the system is rejecting me, saying like, you know what, Calvin, I don't think appraisal's for you. But I'd love to move to Montreal, so I'm still looking at positions and jobs in Montreal. Number 2 is Pittsburgh, only because my sister is living there. It is kind of a cool city, but it is definitely a little bit it's a bit far removed from Vancouver, I guess I can put it that way. But it would still be really cool to be closer to family. So today I'm gonna grind and do a bunch of applications to go to Pittsburgh, to potentially go to Pittsburgh. Number 3 is Chicago. I've been to Chicago a couple times. I think it's a crazy big city, but it's also really underrated. The areas are pretty cool. I could see myself living there. For some reason I put Detroit as number 4. Not exactly sure why, but I think Detroit could be pretty sweet. We're out on the water, close to Canada. Definitely cold, definitely got a winter, but that also kind of excites me. Yesterday I grinded on Minnesota, so specifically Minneapolis. I was looking at a bunch of real estate roles in Minneapolis, and applied to a bunch of them. So hopefully those potentially pan out. Maybe I get an interview or two. That'd be really, really cool. I could definitely see myself living in Minnesota, for reasons that I don't know, but it could be pretty cool. Number 6 was San Diego. I don't know, maybe the Ron Burgundy in me is like, you know what? I could see myself in San Diego. I know it's expensive and it's like really nice and sunny and stuff, but it also has like a surprisingly large real estate market. Number 7, I put Portland. Pretty easy on the West Coast, pretty straightforward. I put / Seattle as well, so I guess I could move to Seattle. I don't know, it seems a bit too close to Vancouver. Number 8, I put Denver. I obviously know is in Denver. That'd be pretty sweet. But at the same time, like, it's number 8 on my list. There's other cities that I think would be a better fit. Denver's definitely like in the middle of the country, so not necessarily closer to my family. It would still be a pretty strong flight to get there, but it's still in there. Number 9, Victoria, here in BC. Why? Don't know. I think it's the idea that it's like an actually populated island versus where I am right now. I think being away from Vancouver is kind of nice. It's allowed me to just focus on myself and like be very introspective, which I think is good. So maybe Victoria would bring that. I haven't gotten that far down, but we'll see. And then number 10, somewhere in the Carolinas. I don't know if it was because I was watching like that Murdoch murder thing, which made me think like, oh, I could have a southern drawl. But I could see myself moving to like Charlotte or something. But anyways, okay, so that was yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. It's obviously gonna be a longer video, but I'll try to keep the rest short. So promises made, promises kept. Tomorrow I will have applied to 10 more jobs in a whole new city. Discovered a bunch of new stuff. I'm gonna take my dog to get his nails clipped, because I think that's really, really important. And I might try to flex in a trip to Costco, which might get in the way of our outdoor activities. It is quite nice, so it would feel like a wasted opportunity, but I haven't ruled anything out. It does sound like a good idea though, just because of the lack of food that I actually have. I'm running out of coffee, that sort of thing. And then last, yeah, I just gotta keep like getting in shape. So I think if I can, I'm gonna try to get a membership at a nicer gym on Bowen Island. Maybe take a couple videos inside of that. Yeah, we'll see. I've been running a lot, so the last like 4 days since I've been making these videos, I've been running every single day. How far? A couple miles? 3-4 miles? Pretty decent way. I don't know. It's around Killarney Lake if you want to Google it. But that's been good. But I just haven't been, gearing up the muscle. Haven't been flexing up the muscle. Apart from pull-ups, there's behind this camera. There's like a big loft, and I just use that to do pull-ups. But it's not enough. I need to deadlift. I need to squat. I need to bench press. I need to do all those things. So feeling a lot better today. For some reason these videos seem to help. And then yeah, check out the drone shots too. Those I'm gonna try to keep pushing out, just to try to make some different content. But yeah, I made the intro. That's a good start. Hopefully we can start editing these things down to make them a little bit more digestible. And then yeah, slightly better day. I think prospects are kind of up. Maybe it's just the weather. Maybe when the weather comes back and it's kind of garbage, that is, it's gonna turn me anxious again. But we'll see. So promises made, promises kept, and on to the next day.